out there on fourth down? What was the conversation to go for it?
Yeah, there was actually a 4th and 6 go by what we have. I really had subscribed to that. On the 3rd and 2 play, I said we're going to go for it here with 2 plays, and then we lost yardage. Just felt the negative energy right there. So, but offense felt strong about making a call, and I called a timeout and said let's go for it. And obviously we failed to execute, and then knew that we still had a chance to stop them on defense. Just didn't know if we'd get another chance to get the ball back.
What went into the decision to start John today?
Really, I know there's a lot been written about it, but I knew literally walking out of the building last Saturday night. Ironically, when I left the building, I bumped into John's mom and his family when I was leaving the building, and I said, "Hey, I'll bring him in tomorrow and tell him." But John's going to be our starting quarterback at Iowa. I think the biggest thing is the way he had played the last week, and then also obviously the way he came in Minnesota. He deserved that opportunity, and a guy that's only had those 2 games left in his career, I wanted to make sure that he had it. I brought in John and Luke on Sunday, and told them what the plan was. Told the team he practices the number 1. If that was a home game, I probably would have announced John on Sunday just to get everybody excited about it. But I thought being on the road, giving a little bit of indecision for the people we're playing against was the only reason I didn't name anything.
Touchdown. I thought Aaron made some adjustments, and you guys were able to get some free and I feel like the defense kind of rallied right after.
The first touchdown?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of did some things differently today. They featured obviously 12, 11, did a little bit more 13. They had that counter play that ended up hitting there at the end, but we had stopped it routinely during the course of the other drives, and they just hit a nice little crease. We had a guy overrun it, and then we just got to get the ball down there in that moment, give us a chance to another play. But I think that play in itself was aided by 2 15-yarders that gave us a chance, and we just nobody can play winning football doing that. Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, there was a lot on the line playing Iowa, but I think this week it actually is probably going to be halfway easy because you want to play in another game, right? So Northwestern rivalry game, the last 2 games, the way we played. I know they got a new coach they've given a contract to that they're playing very well for him, right? So it should be a very, very good Big Ten West. One of the last games of the Big Ten West, right? This will be the last time as we know it with divisions, even though there'll be a crossover for us here this forward. But there's a lot going into this game, and I think our guys will have a lot of pain tonight and tomorrow watching it. But my guess is when we go to practice on Tuesday, it'll be on fall break, so none of our guys have classes, so it really is an easy way to focus on what we got.
But you kind of see how Reggie Love knew obviously he's going to have a lot of carries. And maybe I feel like we found a groove maybe in the second half and we were able to run the ball.
Yeah, we were able to run a little bit. Probably should have ran a little bit more. I think the part that Reggie, brings, he's a pretty consistent player. He sticks his nose up in there, gets positive yards. Unfortunately, Caden Fagan is out for the season. They're going to have surgery this coming week, and never been at any point in my career where I've lost 4 running backs to the season in my 15 years. Just undescribable. But we got to play through the moment, and Reggie's done that, and Fidanzo went in and did a good job for us in there and his preparation all week. So, bottom line, we got to get healthy bodies and see where we go for Saturday.
It seems like every game in the last month has been a one-possession game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. They've all been this way, right? 5-6. We practice a lot for these moments. I just don't think we're at this point where we can, get out to huge leads. Our offense, our defense, the way we played. I literally talked about one possession games since last Sunday. Showed them a couple examples last night. Want to make everybody aware, and I think for us as coaches, we got to be able to triumph in that moment, right? Give them a call on the 4th and 2, whatever we got to do, change up what we're calling so we can't put our guys in jeopardy. But I thought our coaches and our players, everybody threw a lot into that, invested a lot into it, and, give Iowa credit. They're going to the Big Ten championship game now. They're the Big Ten West champions, and obviously they played like it here at the back end, and, we were able to make just a few more plays. How did Luke Altmaier? Okay, yeah, I think Sunday when I brought him in, explained to him kind of where I was coming from, why I was doing it. He totally bought in. I said, hey, this is the part that I've never seen you in, is now you're the backup quarterback. You're one play away. I think it's very fragile, right? Like, it's just for the first time he wasn't the starting quarterback, and he's going to hear a little bit of the outside noise when I didn't name the starter, right? And explain to him, I just need him to get better every day, to watch and learn, because as a number 2, you just don't get near the amount of reps, right? He'd been taking all the 1 reps, and there's a player or 2 here today. If John gets hit, he could be inserted in the game. And I thought all week he really handled it very, very well. Even grabbed him last night and said, appreciate the way he's done things. I know it's been a tough week, and he gave a smile. He was really good on the sideline with John all the way through today.
Is that a competition, Brett, or will you continue to go with John going forward?
What's that?
Is that a competition going into next week, or will you continue to go with John?
No, I would think John would be their guy going into this week.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Yep.
We'll just play it. John Paddock.